So now we're going to be talking about Android Lint, which is a stack analyzer provided by Android. And basically what a stack analyzer does is it can look through your code without you actually having to run it and notify you of any defects or errors. And that includes warnings that may not cause an error but may have potential for an error. And this can be really useful also because it finds errors and warnings in XML code. So let's start off by trying to create a warning that'll be caught by Android Lint. So we'll navigate to our activity main XML file, and we will change the gravity of the text view from center to left. And notice that this wouldn't cause any compilation error, so we wouldn't necessarily find this just from building our project. And so now we're going to pull up the actual Android Lint. So I find it easiest to navigate to this if we just go to Find Action and type in Analyze. Oh, whoops. Then here we can click Inspect Code. And we're going to say our whole project and analyze it. And it's running. And so here's the lint. And if we navigate to Android Lint, if we can click, see that we have multiple different warnings from correctness to internalization, performance, and usability. In this case, we're going to go to internalization. And under bidirectional text, we can see that it's pointing out that we're using that we should use start instead of left to ensure the correct behavior of right to left locales. And if we click this, it will give us a more in-depth reason. So it's saying that this can lead to problems with the layout being rendered where text flows from right to left. And so it's basically just giving you reasoning on why we should change this. And if we click the actual error, we can see the line of XML code where that is occurring. And again, we can double click to navigate to the file and change this back to centered. And notice that you can also change it within here, and it'll update live. And so like I said, this specific error won't cause any issues with your code, but it's, in general, if the lint gives you a warning, it's for a reason, and you should pay attention to it because it could lead to an error down the line. So now I'm just going to quickly go over some strategies in case you're experiencing build errors. So you're trying to build your code and it's not succeeding. For one, you should check your XML files just to see that there's no validity issues. Also, you can clean either your project or your build, because usually the compiler will only compile the files that have been changed. And so if there's files that are not in line with each other, you may want to just clean and do a full rebuild of the whole entire project. There's also using Android Lint, which can, as we said earlier, find issues without even running your code. And one last would be to sync the Gradle, just in case you added something to the Gradle and never synced up all the files before you ran your app. And so that was chapter 5, which was covering debugging with the logcat, stack traces, the debugger tool, and Android Lint. I definitely recommend practicing this because the better you get at debugging, the faster you'll be able to get projects done in case you hit errors. So yeah.